Hi, surprise. 2 days in a row, eh? Wow. Um, yeah, just as it turned out, I've got a bit of time tonight and it works out a little better for me than tomorrow. So we'll get it done tonight. How are you doing anyway? Hope you're good. Blue's a bit more chill tonight. We'll see. Right, yeah. Today, what we'll do then, we'll have a look through. We'll just have a little preview of the weekend's racing. I ain't got much in the way of bets at all. I might not even be having a bet this weekend. Um, I've got a 33 to 1 for the Supreme. You probably know what that is. And we'll do the ante-post roundup. I've got all that together today. Okay. Right then. So we'll start off with a preview of the weekend. Saturday, Sandown, if it's on, which it might not be on. Yeah, it's pretty sparse this weekend, really. The 225, this 2.5 mile listed mares hurdle, looks like the sort of main race of the day there. You wear it well. She's got £7 in hand here, theoretically. She should win this. She should like the 2.5 in the ground. But she did, for me, she was a bit disappointing last time. She's odds on. I won't be in a rush to back her, to be honest. Cork, 122, 3 mile maiden hurdle. Largy Hill goes here. I thought he ran well last time out to be second to Stella Story, staying on all the way to the line there. That way with 2.5. The ground's fine for him. He should enjoy the step up in trip to 3 mile. If he builds on that last run, he should take all the beating here. Probably won't be much of a price, I'm not sure. I'd say anything round sort of even money, it'd be a fair bet. He could maybe be quite a lot shorter than that, though I'm not quite sure. And that's it for Saturday, really. Gets a bit like this January, doesn't it? You know, after the Lord Mayor show and all that, building up to Dublin. But there is one noticeable highlight anyway this weekend. So the rest of it is really nice on Sunday. 1 o'clock race, 2 mile novice chase. Mr. Policeman's entered up here. He should be taking this. We liked him. He was in our 10 to follow. After his last run, and even before his last run, I thought he'd want 2.5. And, you know, after watching him last time, I kind of thought he'd want 2.5 and or better ground. He don't get either here. As such, I won't be in a rush to back him. He were underwhelming last time, but we know what Willie's like, and you won't put it past him to work some magic with this horse. For me, though, it'll be a watching brief, this race. £130, 2 mile handicap chase. Just an interesting runner is Verdant Place. We've talked about him a little bit. He's completed his education now in novice chasers. He's been handed a handicap mark of 114, which is £6 below his hurdles mark. It looks okay, it looks workable, that, but all his winning forms over 2.5 mile plus. So I'll be just watching him. I'll be interested to watch him here with a view to the future. Then the big one, this is the highlight, very much the highlight of the weekend, this. The 2 o'clock, 2.5 mile grade 1 Lawlers Of Naas. Right, Firefox tops the market here. We've talked about him plenty. He's a fine looking prospect. His defeat at Ballyburn looks good. Looks class form that. He narrowly got the better of Il Atlantic last season over bumpers. In a bumper, it looks like he's improved hugely since then, and he's a worthy favourite here. Il Atlantic's next in the market. We've talked a lot about him as well. He's also a fine looking prospect. He has got a little bit to find with Firefox at 3/4 of a length on last season's bumper running. He also looks like he's massively improved, and there might not be much between him here. I'd expect Paul Townsend to ride him. We've got Antubber in this. Lovely looking horse this. He should improve for a step up in trip. He's a promising horse. The Royal Bond form's working out well with Farron Glory and King of Kingsfield, and he's a contender here. We've got Chapeau de Soleil. He had a huge reputation last season. He was reckoned to be the #1 bumper horse. Kind of went wrong. He was a bit wayward, but he came out. He could be fulfilling that potential now. He won well last time in desperate ground at, I think it was Clonmel, if I remember right. Not sure, it was bad ground anyway. Patrick Mullins, he rode him in bumpers. He won board last time. I'd expect Patrick Mullins will probably take the ride on this fella. Croke Park. Yeah, we've talked plenty about him as well. We love him. He's a big old-fashioned 3-mile chaser. He'll love the stiff 2.5 mile here on the heavy. Yeah, he'll enjoy it. Mystical Power. It's unbeaten in a bumper and a maiden, related to Annie Power. Could be anything. You couldn't cross him off. I'd imagine this will be Mark Walsh's ride. We've got Lecky Watson. He went down by half a length to Slade Steel in the Grade 2 Navan Novice Hurdle last time. He will give an interesting line to that horse, and possibly I've chalked in Brian Hayes for this ride. He'll have his hands full here because it's not the easiest ride. We got Reading Tommy Wrong. He looks a big raw horse to me. As such, I think he's done remarkably well to win two 2-mile bumpers on goodish ground. He looked last time like he'd relish a galloping left-handed track. Danny won him last time, so I expect he'll keep the ride on this fella. We've also got Gigaro in here. He'd improved hugely, I'd say, from his first run last time. He was impressive. Yeah. I could be wrong, but I'd expect most of these, if not all of them, to line up, providing, they're training well and they don't have any setbacks. I can see all these lining up I've just mentioned. I'd say this looks undoubtedly to me the deepest novice hurdle of the season so far. Outside the front two, I don't really fancy myself Antubber. I just won't be in love with the way he finished out his race last time. I just wonder if he needs a bit more time and he could be more of an exciting chaser for next year. Similar sentiments would apply to Croke Park, although he looks he's a lot more hardy and tougher, I'd say. But I'd still be pretty shocked if he took this. As much as I love the horse, he looks like next year's horse to me. He's going to be a cracking 3-mile chaser. Lecky Watson, he looks to me, I just think 3-mile on decent ground. But he's a horse who could place. He's got his own ideas a little bit. But I'd imagine, I could see him staying on into a place maybe from off the pace. But I'd be kind of shocked if he won. So, personally, don't really fancy Antub at Croke Park or Lecky Watson out of these. But the rest, you've got outside the front two, we've got Chapeau de Soleil, Mystical Power, and even Reading Tommy Wrong and Jagaro. They're all unexposed, and any of these could take a massive leap forward. The young horses, they're improving at different rates. Out of those four, I think you'd have to say Chapeau de Soleil and Mystical Power look the two most likely to be like a potential star. It could be, you've got the Richie horse, JP horse. So, personally, I think I'd make it between the front two in the market, and I'd throw in Chapeau de Soleil and Mystical Power. I think one of these will be taking this. I'd say this is going to have big implications, this, for Cheltenham, for the ante-post novice racers. I'd say if you're heavily invested in Ballyburn, you'd love Croke Park to say just chin 5 Fox here. That'd be awesome for you. I'd say a result like that could see Ballyburn hardening to maybe 5-2 favourite. If you like Slade Steel, if you're on in for the Ballymore, you'd love Lecky Watson to take this. If you're a big fan of the Royal Bond horses there, you'd love Antubber to run a huge race here. You would. But I think the likelihood is it's going to be either 5 Fox, Il Atlantique, Chapeau de Soleil or Mystical Power. Now, if Elliot's 5 Fox takes this, I'd say himself and Ballyburn will dominate the Ballymore market. And he's the worthy favourite here. If it's any of the other three, if it's Il Atlantique, Chapeau de Soleil or Mystical Power, if any of those three take it, I think they'll go favourite for the Ballymore. I'd expect Ballyburn to go for the 2-mile grade 1 at Leopardstown, and I think Ballyburn could be going supreme then. Now, you spend half your time in this game, don't you, trying to get in Willie's head. It's just some of the comments he comes out with, sometimes will just send you down a dead end, but you can't help wondering. Well, I can't anyway. To me, beginning of the season, it very much sounded like to me Willie wanted Ballyburn to be his Ballymore horse. He was like saying, if we can settle him, he's a Ballymore horse, and if we can't settle him, we'll have to run him in the Supreme. Now, to me, he settled a lot better last time. He seemed to relish the step up in trip, and I'd have thought after that he'd be all Ballyburn for the Ballymore, because that's what he kind of wanted. And it's just how he kind of said, we'll see how the Lawlers goes. That suggests to me one or two things, right? Either he kind of fancies his chances of turning Firefox over, and he thinks he's maybe got a better Ballymore horse than Ballyburn, or he's not really got a standout supreme horse, and he thinks Ballyburn can fulfil that role. I don't know. That's kind of my thoughts from it anyway. Yeah, so in summary, yeah, I think Firefox is a worthy favourite. There shouldn't be much between him and Il Atlantique. Personally, and yeah, I think Chapeau de Soleil or Mystical Power are really interesting as well. That'd be the sort of four. The selection is Il Atlantique. But as we said yesterday, I'd kind of rather just have a little bit on him for the Ballymore at 16s than back him for this at somewhere probably between, sort of somewhere around 2-1, I suppose. So between 2-1 and 5-2 maybe after the final decks. Don't really want to be taking sort of around 2-1 against a horse like Firefox when you've got also these other unexposed types like Chapeau de Soleil and Mystical Power. I think you'd find sort of better 2-1 9-4 shots than that. I'd rather just have a little bit on him at the 16s, especially with having Ballyburn backed already. So yeah, that's probably as clear as mud for you, but it's a cracking race anyway. But yeah, the selection is Il Atlantique there. Like I said yesterday, I think he did when he met Firefox. There were that moment there where he were kind of travelling over Firefox, and I think not just in that run but in his other runs as well, he looked quite weak last year. I think he's grown up and strengthened up a lot, as has Firefox, to be fair. And you don't know, I mean, these horses met, 6 months ago, for longer than that, weren't it? They've not met again since. The young horses, they're improving at different rates. One could be 10 lengths better than the other now. You don't know, but they both, to me, look like they've massively improved anyway. It should be a good race. Yeah. Right. The 2:35 2-mile maiden hurdle just to finish off. Tully Hill's entered it. I think the drop back to 2 mile will bring about huge improvement. I'd expect he's going to take this. But 1-10, he got turned over last time. Yeah, just pulled his arms out all the way around, just ran with a choke out over 2-6, weren't it? I can't do that. I think the drop back to 2 mile, yeah, will bring about huge improvement. We'll try and teach him to race it. I'd expect he'll take this. Lisnagar Fortune's also entered up here. He's a horse we've talked plenty about. He was in a 10 to follow for like 3 mile handicap hurdles. We like him for handicaps up in trip, but he did run reading Tommy wrong very close last time, and I think he's well capable of picking up a 2 mile maiden. So if Tully Hill didn't go here, he would be the selection. And that's that. Yeah, not much in the way of bets, I guess, solid bets. As I said, I might not be having a bet at all this weekend. The weekend nap would have to be Largy Hill, and I just hope he's some sort of price. I hope he's not like 2 to 5 or something. If he is, we can't really have a 2 to 5 nap, can we? So it'll have to be Il Atlantic. Yeah. But like I say, personally, I'd rather just have a little bit on him for the Ballymore than like a bigger bet for the race at the weekend, if that makes any sense at all. Right, right, yeah, the 33 to 1, as you might surmise, that's no flies on him for the Supreme. Yeah, I did say yesterday, didn't have had a bit of change on him at a wild price on Betfair, and I thought I can't really back him and not put him up on here. If he were to, like I say, I think he'll go to that Grade 1 at Leopardstown at the DRF, the 2 mile one, and if he were to win that and be single figures, I'd feel a bit daft for not putting him up here after backing him. So yeah, I won't go mad. It's just a little bit on him at 33s, and yeah, just have a point on him at 33s. I did really like him last time. To me, in Ireland at the moment, there's not a standout Supreme horse. There's a lot of possibilities, but there's not like a standout superstar at the moment, I'd say. Yeah, a bit speculative, I guess. You're talking 33 to 1 shot for the Supreme in January. It is going to be a little bit speculative, but I did really like him. I think he'll be going to the right race, and I kind of think Mirzor West will probably go. Oh, he's got to pick up a maiden yet, hasn't he? I'm going to say Moscow Flyer. Like, if he runs in one of these Grade 1s, if he picks up a maiden in the next sort of week or two, I don't know quite how they're going to work it, but if they did, if he were to run in a Grade 1, I'd say it'd be the Moscow Flyer, the way he jumped to the right last time. But I don't know. But yeah, no flies on him. Really impressed me, as I said. We talked plenty about him, haven't we? Fast time. Thought he jumped well, travelled well. He's got plenty of pace. He's got a nice bit of stamina in his pedigree. I think that race is going to work out really well. I think there were plenty of nice horses in that race. The horse that came third, Ascending, beat him 2 lengths. That horse finished 6 lengths behind It's For Me and Caldwell Potter. So that gives the form some substance. I mean, It's For Me, I think, is third favourite for the Supreme. Obviously, Caldwell Potter's progressed from there. He's just after winning the Grade 1 at Christmas. So there is some substance to the form as well. And that way his racecourse debut. So you could expect plenty of improvement. Yeah. So we'll just have a point on him at 33s. So right, the ante-post roundup then. Here we go. We'll just run through these quickly and then maybe have a little chat about them. So, Supreme, no flies on him. 1.33 to 1. Still 33 to 1. Arkle. 6 points, Facile Vega, 6 to 1. He's now 9 to 1. I wrote this down this morning. We did have in the pocket, he's in the bin now. So the Arkle, just Facile Vega. Champion Hurdle, Constitution Hill, 5 points, 11 to 8. He's 1 to 3. Mares Hurdle, 4 points, Lossiemouth, 7 to 2. She's 11 to 4. 4 miler, Affordale Fury, 1 point at 20 to 1, still 20s. Ballymore, Il Atlantique, 2 points at 16s, still 16s. The RSA, we've got Stay Away Faye, 2 points at 16s, 5 to 1 best. Fact to File, 2 points at 28s, 13-2 best. Monty Star, 2 points at 45s, it works out at 20s best. Champion Chase, El Fabiolo, 5 points, 2-1, now 10-11. Turners, we've got 2 points, Fact to File, 14-1, still 14s. 1 point, Facile Vega, 12, still 12s. Mr. Policeman, 1 point, 20, still 20s. Stayers, Irish Point, 4 points, 6-1, still 6-1. Mares Novice Hurdle, Brighter Days Ahead, 3 points at 10s, she's 7-2 best now. Triumph, Magsborough, 1 point at 20s, now 16s. Gold Cup, 3 points, Jerry at 8s, he's 10s now. A point, Faster Slow at 20s, he's 4s now. And a point, Gentleman's Game, 25s, still 25s. And last, but by no means least, Mares Chase, Alcada Tabet, 5 points at 25s, 7-1 best now. So that's a total of 52 points. In the bin. This has gone up 2 points today, this. It was 54-18, now it's 52-20, but that's ante-post, isn't it? In the bin, we've got Impera Pass, Gaelic Warrior, battling for the wrong races ages ago. Impera Pass returners, Gaelic Warrior stayers. Mirror's West, he's in the bin. We had 2 points on him at 14s. Founder 50 is in the bin. For the turners, we got 3 points at 20s. Now, I know he's quite a bit less now, and it's kind of strange, this horse. I was really impressed with him first time up. Second time out, yeah, I thought he was still okay, give him a chance. And then he's come out, won a grade 1, and I've kind of gone off him. Yeah, he jumped out to his right, he nearly ran out. I don't know, I didn't like that. I don't think the form's worth anything. I just think the race fell apart. And yeah, I just don't really like him for Cheltenham anymore. So he's in the bin. Sir Gerard, we had a point on him at 50s for the Ryanair. He's in the bin now, he's going stayers. Stella Story, 3 points at 16 for the Albert Bartlett, he's in the bin. Allegory, a point at 6s in the bin. Ballyburn, 2 points at 8-1 for the Ballymore, in the bin for now. And yeah, just today, in the pocket, we had a point each way at 20s for the Arkle. He's in the bin. Shame, we in the pocket it is, but it happens, doesn't it? But yeah, that weren't a bad cover bet for Facile Vega. I kind of think if he'd have ran at Christmas in that race, he'd have probably took that, and you'd be looking at sort of 5-6-1 now. I think he'd have been it in the first 3, and that would have got most of our money back for that race. So, but there you go. That's what happens, isn't it? So in total, that's 72 points. It's not looking quite as good as last time, but it's still not terrible. We've got some, I mean, the Supreme, yeah, I don't want to overly commit to the Supreme just yet. I'm happy with just the point there at the 33s. Yeah, I think that's a nice bet to have. The Arkle, that kind of went wrong for us, didn't it? But it's not in the bin yet. Champion Hurdle, yeah, I mean, that should be good. Lozzie Mouth, I think she'll be out soonish. She did have an entry, didn't she? The first time she got ended up for the season in the Rel Keel, so maybe she's near a run now. Affordale Fury, yeah, he's kind of got AWOL after that bad run last time. Hopefully, Noel can get him back. Still won't be crossing him out yet. Ballymore, yeah, just a little speculative bet there. Hopefully, we'll be looking good with either Atlantic or Ballyburn after Sunday. The RSA, yeah, that's going well for us. Yeah, got some nice tickets there. Stay Away Faye, I think solid. I've kind of had a gut feeling with this horse all the time. I mean, we got 16s into 5s. I think he'll be thereabouts, but you just have this feeling there'll be something maybe with a bit more class, maybe. Just, But he's a nice horse to have on your team, he is, at that sort of price, because he should be there pitching up to the last. Factor File, I do really like Factor File. We said right at the beginning of the season, didn't we? I think Willie thinks this is a Gold Cup horse. He's shaping up. He could be that sort of horse. Monty Star, love him. I think he's live contender. Yeah, we've got some nice bets there for the RSA. I wouldn't swap any of those three at the moment. That's one race, it's going all right for us at the moment, I mean, it was funny last month, like the RSA and the Turners, we were like, oh, these look a bit messy. And the Arkle and the Gold Cup we were really happy with. And that's kind of flipped round now, so it can change all the time. Champion Chase, the Beast, El Fabiolo, we've got to be happy with that. Turners, I want to take on Gaelic Warrior. I don't know quite what the horse is yet. I suspect it will be one out of Willie's own yard. I mean, we've got Factor File, Facile Vega, and Mr. Policeman for that. Yeah. Stayers, I like Irish Point. We talked about him yesterday, didn't we? I think he's the best horse in the race, I do. Mares Novice Hurdle, yeah, that's a cracking race. We've got a nice ticket on Brighter Days Ahead, but Dysart Enos looks good, Jay DeGrugy looked good, and Only by Night looked good. I think they all look top draw, those. Madge Brewery, not seen him yet for the Triumph, but it's not too late. He could still come out and make an impact there. Gold Cup, they're all running for second, aren't they, if Galloping gets there in that form. Halkett, I just wanted to come out soon. For a novice going to the Mares Chase, you kind of want them to have 3 runs altogether over fences. So to get 2 more runs in, she's going to have to be coming out soon. But I do like her a lot. There are a couple, Limerick Lace and Hoteria, I think are coming into this race as well. Yeah, we got 72 points on now. The way I kind of look at it, I'm sort of thinking if Constitutional and El Fabiolo can get it done, we've got 20 points recycle bin at the minute. If that will go up as well. I'd imagine it's going to be ending up around about 30 points in that recycle bin. Well, I mean, they can't. It's got to go up a bit because we've got a couple of horses back for 2 races there. So for the start off, I think it'll end up probably around about 30 points. If them 2 can get it done, they just about cover that recycle bin, and then you've got the rest running to pay for themselves. We've still got some nice chances there. There's a few horses there. We've just got a few, like Factor File. he's running for 58 points. Monty Starr's running for 92 points. Halkida Tabbott's running for 130 points. You know, if any of those three won, yeah, we'd be in profit there. So, yeah, you know. I have been in better positions at this stage of the season in the past, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Like I say, if we make a profit at this, we've done well. We have. I mean, obviously, I tend to, you know, sort of cash out a few bets along the way or trade them back that aren't going so well. We're not doing any of that here, so we're not making it easy for ourselves. We're taking, I wouldn't say an aggressive approach, but we are, you know, we're not taking a cautious approach either, are we? We're kind of, you know, in the middle somewhere there, I'd say. So yeah, we're not making it easy for ourselves in the way that we're doing it, but I'd still be hopeful we can make a profit there. We'll see. Right. Yeah, and that's it really. Yeah, next week I'm not going to be around. It's the wife's birthday. So me and Leah and Blue here, we're going to be in a cabin in the middle of nowhere for a week. So we're just going to have a chill week there. Not be looking at any racing or anything. I don't think anyway. And yeah, just have a little break from it all. So I won't be seeing you next week, but I will be back the week after. Probably on Monday, I'd have thought. Maybe on the Tuesday. Yeah, and that's it. So enjoy your weekend. I hope you find some winners. And I'll see you again soon. Alright, all the best. Bye.